Ayun. Hey guys, so magandang umaga sa inyo lahat. So we are gonna be heading to our delivery sa Fort McMurray in a few minutes. So bago ako umalis, I wanted to do this Facebook live video para sa isa sa mga kliyente ko, no? I hope she is watching right now. So basically, na-approve natin siya for an SUV. She's looking to buy her SUV, her first SUV, and she's deciding between these two, right? So you know, I told her yung benefits ng isa versus dun sa isa, but I figured, as you guys know, it's always better to do things via video para mapanood niya and she can show her family, right? And then they can make a consensual, pangit ng word consensual, you know, a joint family decision kung anong sakyan ang kukunin niya. So for both of these vehicles, guys, pre-approved na siya. She's just deciding between which one. So the day before kasi, sabi niya sa akin, we're gonna go ahead with the CRV, and then kagabi she said, no, change my mind. We're gonna go with the HRV na brand new. You know, and I'm gonna discuss her main concern, no, when it comes to vehicles. So what are we looking at right now? We are looking at, on your left side is a 2019 pre-owned Honda CRV Touring. So alam niyo, as you guys know, top trim level. On the right side, you're looking at a 2022 brand new Honda HRV Touring. Okay, so she's comparing between these two vehicles kasi these are actually almost at the same price point, right? Given the fact that this is pre-owned and yung brand new, so I'm just trying to help her decide kung saan mas may value yung pera niya, right? Is it better to go with the CRV na pre-owned, right? Or is it better to go with the brand new na HRV, which is you know, 2022 na model? So let's go over both vehicles, okay? So yan siya. So looks wise sa harapan. So as you guys can see, front fascia completely magkaiba, no? Iba yung itsura ng HRV, iba yung itsura ng CRV. Okay, so para sa mga di nakakaalam, yung HRV is the smaller, more compact SUV na offering namin dito sa Honda, while the CRV is more for medium-sized na SUV. Right? So this is the most common one that you guys see, right? This is the most popular one when it comes to our SUVs, no? Mainly because of the size, right? So let's do a quick walk around sa gilid ng dalawa. So yun yung side profile nila. So yan siya. So you can see yung difference in size ng dalawa, no? It may not seem too obvious, right, from this angle, pero if you stand next to them side by side, kitang-kita na mas maliit yung HRV. So HRV wise, looks wise, ito yung itsura niya. So it is the Touring trim level, it is the fully loaded one. So lahat ng features na meron sa HRV nandito na. Ito yung likuran. Okay, ito naman yung CRV. So both of them are in the Blizzard Platinum Pearl White color. Hi kuya! Oo nga eh! Hope you guys are having a great morning, guys. So ito, as you can see, all-wheel drive, no? Na Touring naman ito. Okay? So if we're talking specifications, aside from the size difference silang dalawa kasi, right? Engine-wise, magkaiba rin sila. Okay? So the CRV, ever since the last generation, no, 2017 was when it was first introduced, naging 1.5 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine na siya, 190 horsepower. Now with the HRV, with this one's here, ever since it's been produced, no, yung lumang engines ng Civic, yung previous generation ng Civic, 9th generation ng Civic, before they switched to the 2.0 liter 4-cylinder, yung mga 1.8 liter 4-cylinder na engine ng Civic, dito nila dinagay sa HRV. So the HRV has a little bit, you know, a little bit less horsepower wise. You're looking at 148 horsepower. This one here is 190 horsepower. So the main thing naman na I was telling her kasi, yung kliyente ko, is yung consideration ng size. So what do I mean, right? For many single people, right? Wala ka pang anak, wala ka pang asawa, wala kang jowa or whatnot, the HRV makes a bit more sense kung mag-isa ka lang, kung solo ka lang. Siguro may alaga kang aso, may alaga kang pusa, right? Or maybe one person in your life, maybe a partner lang, right? One thing I always tell you guys kasi, when you guys are buying vehicles, when you're investing your money in vehicles, to go with a vehicle that can grow with you, right, as the seasons of life change, right? So really common example that I use is yung mga binata na bumibili ng mga 2-door na race car, tapos 9 months later buntis na yung jowa, kailangan ng palitan yung sasakyan, right? Kasi hindi na sila kasya. So kumbaga yung purchase ng 2-door na sports car, it didn't go with the seasons of life, ika nga, na I always talk about when you guys are buying a vehicle. So when this one here naman, between these two, no, going through the seasons of life as a young person or a solo person, then becoming married or in a relationship, and then eventually having kids, both of these vehicles will fit your lifestyle pa rin naman. This is a 5-seater SUV, that's also a 5-seater SUV. However, again, since we're talking about the stages of life, you're gonna find na the space on the HRV will catch up to you habang lumalaki yung mga anak mo, dumadami kayo sa family mo, right? In comparison sa CRV na legroom wise, kasya pa rin kayong lahat. So this is what I mean. I'm gonna show you guys. Storage wise kasi sa HRV, talagang pang single lang siya. If you look here, it doesn't even have yung power lift gate. So ayan lang yung storage space niya. Maliit lang, right? Maliit lang. Like if you have like maybe a stroller or whatnot, kasya dito, groceries and whatnot, right? But barely. Now look naman sa CRV. Now since it is the touring, right, it has the power lift gate. So ito naman siya. Meron na namang sirao doon na kumuha ng cover nito. Minsan ito yung mga hindi ko maintindihan sa trabaho namin eh, right? May mga kumukuha ng mga accessories na hindi mo mag-gets kung ba't nila kinukuha. Hey guys, sorry kung na-interrupt yung video, no, nagpalya-palya yung wifi natin. Malayo kasi tayo sa hindi tayo nakadikit sa building. Yung wifi namin doon lang magko-connect eh. So I had to switch to data, nag-hotspot tayo. So going back on topic, space-wise, when it comes to the seasons of life, when you're buying a vehicle, right? If you look at the CRV space, hindi mo siya makita ng maigi kasi may nagnakaw ng cover, but mas malaki yung storage space nitong sasakyan na to kumpara dito, right? So again, yun nga, it depends on where you are in life, right? If single ka or dedicated na you're gonna be single for a very long time, right? The HRV might be a better option for you kung ayaw mo ng masyadong malaki, right? But features-wise, I always talk to you guys about features, diba? Kasi nga, I always say, features don't depreciate, you know? Kasi nagagamit mo yan, gaano pa kataas ang milyahe ng sasakyan mo, hindi mo mawawalan ng value yung features mo. Kung meron kang GPS, sunroof, and all that stuff, right? So let's put this down. Let's put this down. Now let's look naman sa seating on the second row. So seating on the second row ng HRV, very unique yung setup ng handle niya. Parang yung CHR ng Toyota, no? Dito yung kanyang yung handle para makapasok sa loob. So it's a bit more cooler for the younger generation, I guess. So ito naman yung sa loob ng HRV. So since we are looking at both the touring trim levels, this is also the leather one. Naka-plastic pa siya sa 2022 model. Right? So you can see it's got the perforated leather seats, but legroom wise, dun tayo medyo masikip, diba? So if you look at that there, I'm trying to get all of this plastic out of the way. So ayan siya. So kita mo naman talaga maliit, diba? So the one thing with the HRVs kasi na I'm trying to demonstrate here is yung magic seats niya, but I'll see if I can go back to that later, no? Let's look naman sa CRV, yung kanyang seating space. So on the CRV, as you can see here, mas maganda yung kanyang seating space. So this is also leather, perforated leather din siya, and you get a, significantly more leg room. Whether it's adults na uupo sa likuran, or maybe a pet dog, or even a baby in a car seat, kasya, right? Hindi ka masyadong cramped sa space. Diba? Now one thing then as well with the CRV I'm gonna point out, on the touring trim level you have heated seats sa rear passenger. Sa HRV wala. So it's very surprising, diba? Pareho siya ng touring, pareho siya ng top trim level. Bakit yung CRV mas maraming features? Right? Kasi the CRV is meant to do more, bigger space, right? And all that stuff. Where the HRV kasi, not so much. Magkaiba sila ng target market. Now, looking naman sa driver's side, dito tayo sa CRV. So if you look on the driver's side, sa front side ng CRV, so yan naman siya. So you get the power adjustable seats. You You got your lane departure warning, right? Your heated windshield defroster, power lift gate, yung yung collision mitigation braking system, tsaka yung traction control. So if you go here, oops, sorry guys. You can see naman dito na mas maluwang yung legroom niya. Kasi it is a bigger vehicle technically, right? So I'm gonna put this down. Nagtatabingi yung ating camera. Yan. So as you can see there. So since it is a touring trim level, it is the fully loaded one. So meron siyang GPS. So yung GPS yan nandyan. And meron din siyang panoramic na moonroof, which again, very popular option para sa ating mga Pilipino mahilig sa mga sunroof. Now, the one thing na wala ang 2019 na CRV, na meron yung 2020 na touring, is yung wireless charging. So, but then again, kaya nga sabi ko, from my personal experience, yung wireless charging is a bit, hindi siya ganun ka-useful kasi karamihan ng mga phone case hindi naman nakaka-accommodate ng wireless charging. But ayan siya, yung itsura niya. Kasi na kayo medyo mag-gewang yung ating camera. Just trying to fix my gimbal here, no? Medyo na turn off kasi. Ito lang. Yun. Isa siya. So mileage wise, you're looking at 16,171 kilometers on the CRV, 2019 CRV. What's up?
Hi, Express.
Oh, I'm gonna be heading out to Fort Mac soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thanks though.
Okay, no problem, dude.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
So, yan lang kung gusto kong pagkain for lunch. So, ayan siya. Diba? Now, tingnan naman natin yung sa HRV. HRV naman, this is a surprising thing sa HRV, guys. If you look at this, no? Right? Despite being the touring trim level, wala siyang power seats for the driver, right? So normally you would expect the power driver seats, power adjustable seats on the top trim level na nasakyan. Surprisingly, wala siya sa HRV. It does have the yung metal, I guess metal plated na apakan ng gas. So you got your econ button here. Same safety systems as sa CRV, no? Lane departure warning, yung kanyang collision mitigation, braking system, yung heated na front defroster, right? Traction control. Now, ang meron to sa HRV na wala dun sa CRV na touring, I know request ng kliyente ko, was yung Honda Lane Watch. For the CRVs kasi, the EX, Sport, EXL, meron silang Honda Lane Watch. Sa touring, it switches over to the blind spot monitor. On the HRV, it has yung Honda Lane Watch. So going here, so ito naman yung setup ng HRV sa looban, diba? So not much difference, nothing at all different sa 2021 tsaka 2020 na version ng HRV. Since it is a touring, it has yung GPS as well, right? And yung dual zone climate controls, heated seats, push button. Both of them are push button start vehicles, so meron silang built-in na remote starter. Yung adaptive cruise control buttons are here for your cruise control, no? Yung Bluetooth controls are here for the phone, calling, hanging up, right? So ayan siya. So space-wise, for myself, no, since I am 5 foot, 5'9", 5'10", I think. Okay siya, but then I have to push back yung seat ko all the way to the back. Meaning yung uupo sa likuran ko will have a cramped leg space. So ito naman yung sa loob niya. As you can see, very nice leather din naman siya. Now, it doesn't have the panoramic moonroof, it does have a regular sunroof. Okay? And of course, yung glove box niya and all that stuff, manuals are there. So ayan siya. You got the leather padded na armrest dito. You have your armrest dito. You have your hideaway drink cup holder. You want to put your drinks there, ganyan mo siya. You can hold the drinks there. Storage wise, ayan lang naman siya sa loob. Oh, may iwan ng susi sa loob. So there you go. Right? Now, ang main concern kasi ng client natin when it comes to the 2019 year ng CRV was the issue before na nagkaroon ng recall ng Honda, yung oil dilution sa engine. Now, the best thing you can do when it comes to mga recalls na ganon, you can always check yung VIN number sa website ng manufacturer, which we did. Sinend ko sa kanya yung yung website at yung VIN number ng sasakyan, and yung VIN number ng CRV na ito ay hindi parte ng recall na yon. That was her biggest concern kasi, right? However, gaya na sabi ko sa inyo, right, if I think na the option I'm gonna show to you, kahit na magugulo ko, madidisrupt ko yung decision mo, I'm gonna show it kasi I think it's gonna be beneficial. So that's why, I told her na I'm gonna do a Facebook live video ng HRV, right? What I didn't tell her was I was gonna put it right next to the CRV para magkaroon siya ng better idea kung alin sa kanilang dalawa ang mas okay sa kanya. Okay? So, let's go for some pros and cons. The HRV pros, right? The main benefit nitong HRV, if you live in a very busy stop-and-go city. Bakit ka mo? Mas maliit yung engine niya, right? Horsepower wouldn't mean so much kasi hindi mo kailangan mag-speed right? If you're driving in a city na 50, 60 kilometers ang maximum limit mo, sa Edmonton nga 40 right? Tapos, your commute to work, school, it's mainly stop-and-go traffic. Yung HRV, mas matipid sa gas kasi mas maliit siya, yung engine niya. And, you're not gonna be using that much RPMs naman to reach higher speeds. Now, if you live in a city, for example, like Edmonton, tapos you live outside of Edmonton, and you have to go through a highway, right? And the highway is 100 kilometers. The CRV will serve you better kasi yung arangkada ng turbo, iba. Mas madaling mag-lane change, mas madaling mag-overtake, mas madaling ma-reach yung speed na kinakailangan mong ma-reach if you're driving the CRV. And that's from driving experience and having sold both vehicles in the past. Okay? Now, you might think na parang masyado ka naman tinatambak yung HRV, right? Honestly guys, meron akong personal bias talaga, right? As you guys know, sa mga ganitong klaseng size ng SUV, I often recommend either yung Eclipse Cross ng Mitsubishi or yung Crosstrek ng Subaru, right? However, sa case ito kasi, gusto talaga ng kliyente natin yung HRV. So, yan ang sabi niya sa akin na una, kuya, gusto kong pre-approve mo ako ng HRV na brand new. Sabi ko, okay, walang problema, right? So, ayan siya, di ba? Oh, you guys are funny. Thank you for keeping me, sane sa mga comments ninyo, no. But yeah, now, ano naman yung main argument natin with regards sa CRV, right? Honestly, for me, there's no downside kasi, right? Yes, it's bigger than the HRV, but with that extra, yung pagkalaki niyang ganon, comes the extra utility. If ever kailangan mong mag-camping, kailangan mong maglipat ng bahay, may mga susunduin ka sa airport, or even kayo magtutropa, gusto yung mag-long drive, mas kasya kayo sa CRV, including yung mga bags ninyo, tents, whatever, kumpara dun sa HRV. Yun ang main thing ko. And gaya nga nasabi ko, seasons of life, the CRV, even if magkaanak ka na ng isa, magkaanak ka na ng dalawa, apat kayo sa family mo, kasya pa rin kayo, right? When it comes to HRV, right, yeah, it's good na nasakyan kung single ka, pero kung magkakaanak ka, magkakaasawa ka, right, malagdagan yung anak mo, suddenly, yung utility ng sasakyan na ganyang kaliit, magbabago. And at that point, maipilitan ka na mag-trade in. And alam niyo naman, pag nag-trade in ng sasakyan, merong negative equity, right? So, those are the two main things. And for this case kasi, parang nakakapanghinayang lang sa opinion ko, no? Kasi yung pre-approval niya is enough for a brand new ng HRV. But price comparison wise, that thing is around 37,000. This thing is also at 37,000, right? So would you pick a brand new loaded HRV Touring, or would you use yung pre-approval mo for 2019 pre-owned na CRV na Touring din, which mas maraming features, mas maraming space, mas maraming benefits, right? Kasi yun lang ang main concern ng client natin is yung oil dilution problem nga daw ng CRV. So, you know, personally speaking, it's para kasing ano eh, parang you're making the fear of something that may not even happen, right, dictate your decision. Now, she can't go wrong with either vehicle, right? Pwede siya for either of them kung anong mali-decide niya. But at the end of the day, being the professional, I do have to give her the option, and I have to give her my opinion on what I think would be a better allocation ng pera niya in the long run, right? Because not only is the CRV lower kilometers, it's also a certified used Honda vehicle. And as I mentioned so many times, certified used Honda means yung kanyang powertrain warranty, which covers the engine, transmission, yung kanyang drivetrain, right? That gets extended by an extra 2 years. So yung kanyang powertrain warranty, which normally would end 2024 on this one, being a 2019, na-extend siya ng all the way up to 2026. So there you go. So I know it may seem a bit biased, right? I'm leaning more towards the CRV. And again, that's just, you know, me kasi I'm very logical ako mag-isip eh, right? Dito ako sa mas malaki, dito ako sa mas maraming features, mas magandang features. Kasi for me, aanuhin ko yung brand new. Yeah, brand new siya, I understand. Pero 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, yung excitement ba, yung feeling ng ay brand new, mawawala rin eh, right? Mawawala rin yung feeling ng brand new, and then you're gonna be looking at your vehicle, right? I'm not saying na you're gonna be unhappy with the HRV, but I'm just saying in the long run, mas practical, sa opinion ko lang naman, yung CRV. Of course, based sa professional and personal na experiences ko with this vehicle. I don't think the issue of the potential oil dilution problem, which will be covered by Honda manufacturer warranty naman, should be the main deciding factor when you're buying a vehicle. It's just like people na bumibili ng brand new na Hyundai or Kia. They decide to buy a brand new Hyundai kasi may 0% na interest na promo, and then a year later, yung sasakyan nila is only worth half na lang kasi nga depreciation, di ba? So you can't let those things make that decision for you, right? It has to be a combination of looking at all the pros and cons of each unit. Either way, whatever unit she decides, she's my boss. She tells me what she wants and I will give it to her. So there you go. So I hope she's watching right now, and I hope you guys who are watching, I hope meron kayong napulot na maganda rin, right? If you are considering these two vehicles, right? So we are looking at the brand new 2022 Honda HRV Touring and the 2019 pre-owned Honda CRV Touring. Which one would you use kung kayo yung merong pre-approval for this kind of loan? So let's see if my client decides na sabihin niya sa akin, Kuya Jerry, gusto ko talaga yung HRV, walang problema. Or sabihin niya, Kuya Jerry, nag-isip ako ulit, gusto ko yung CRV, walang problema, right? So you guys know, once meron na akong pre-approval para sa inyo, kung ano yung ma-decide nyo na sasakyan, we're gonna make it happen for you. Basta kasya dun sa pre-approval. So sa case na to, kasyang-kasya siya. So I'm gonna end the video there because I have to get going. I have to get to Fort Mac right away to do my delivery. And then get back, and then later this week naman we are going to be delivering a vehicle to Surrey, British Columbia, BC. I've missed you, right? Been in Manitoba lately, right? Yukon. Now I'm going back to BC, going towards the Vancouver area again. One of my favorite place, pretty much. So I'll see you guys there soon, and yeah, hope you guys are enjoying a great long weekend with you and your loved ones.